So tell me who I've got and where you're from.
Bill Abel and his wife Faith. We're from Whispering Pines, North Carolina.
And you have brought a camper that you built yourself.
Well, me and my brother-in-law built it.
You and your brother-in-law,
Yeah.
which happens to be here.
Yep.
And hopefully I'll get a tour here in just a
He's
moment.
right over there.
All right, so show me this little camper. Tell me about it.
Okay, well, it's a 5x10 teardrop, which for teardrops a little bigger than most of them.
How'd you decide on that size?
We just wanted one big enough to have a good galley in it.
That makes sense.
And we think we got
That
a
is
good
a good
galley.
deep galley.
And it's
Yeah.
got a queen size bed inside. The front of the drawers are pine,
Fine.
and the countertops are supposedly furniture grade birch, I think.
No,
But it wasn't a very good furniture grade.
I hear you. So what is that? You got? I see a hinge going all the way across. What does that do?
All the power stuff is behind that. You need to get to it, you just pull it out and it folds down.
Really?
Yeah. It's got
Well, that's
AC, DC in it, both.
Well, that's neat. That's a good feature.
Yeah.
So you got a microwave oven.
Yep.
You got your coffee maker in there. I see you got your grill getting ready to do the ribs. So yeah, you've got pretty much everything you need.
Yeah. And underneath that extension table, you can see a 2-burner propane stovetop.
Okay, and that slides out.
And that comes out and it fits in a hole underneath those ribs. It's got a panel in there that I take out and I slide that grill, that stovetop down in there.
Okay.
And I'll do my cooking on it.
Would you let me take a peek inside?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, so now you've got the bed turned around from a lot of them. I see that.
Yeah, well, we didn't want the air conditioner blowing right over our heads.
That makes sense. So where a lot of people put their feet, that's where you've got your head, you've got your cabinetry. I see you've got your vent fan in top. And then you've got your inlets down there. Well, that's nice and clean.
Yeah, those 2 little ports are for the air conditioner to hook to.
Well, I like that.
Yeah.
So I just asked him what he used as a frame for his build, and he used a 5-foot by 10-foot utility trailer, and he just cut the side rails off. And by doing that, one, you get a strong frame, but you also get a 3,500-pound axle. So that was a real good foundation for the start of the build. So he put a changing room on the side of the teardrop, and the way he has it set up, in the middle of the night, you can just open the door and step out, and you're already in the changing room. And that keeps you from, like what we're doing, having to walk across your campsite in the middle of the night to use the potty. So that worked out real well. Now, I already know the answer to this question, but what's the longest trip that you've taken in this thing?
Well, we went to Alaska and back in it.
How long were you gone?
About 35 days.
35 days.
Yeah, 12,600 miles.
And last night I asked him if he had any issues at all with the teardrop going all the way there and back, and you had none.
None.
Absolutely.
None whatsoever.
Good deal.
Yep.
Well, hey, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Yep.
Enjoyed it.
So tell me who we've got here.
I'm Johnny Patterson. I'm from Brunswick, Georgia.
Okay, Johnny, it's good to meet you. So he's got a DIY camper. It's really cool. I love the colors. Can't wait to show you this thing. So show me around this camper.
Well, it's a 5x10,
Okay.
5 foot high. We made it a little larger to accommodate my 4-inch frame,
There you go.
and queen size mattress on the inside.
Okay.
We've got a air conditioner, 5,000 BTU air conditioner in the front of it, and we use a little 1,500 watt bathroom space heater to heat it in the winter.
Well, that's a good idea.
And that's all you need is a little 1,500 watt. It'll run you out of there.
Oh, I bet.
And with being 10 foot long, we've got extra 2 foot in the back for a galley. And we've got gracious room in the back here. The wife designed the cabinets and all in the back, but we've got microwave, just about all the electrical appliances you could have at home. We don't have an oven, of course, but we have a gas stove and electric griddle, toaster, a toaster oven. So, you know, we have most of the conveniences that we would have at home.
Oh, I bet. I love your cabinets. I like the glass panel doors. Is that true glass?
It is.
Have you ever broke one of them?
No, there's a story behind that. It came from our church. They had Phoenician glass windows in it, and they decided they wanted to go with stained glass windows. So instead of destroying all that Phoenician glass, it's got a frosted design in them.
Really?
And I saved as much as I could, and I made the glass doors out of that.
So that is one of the cool things about a DIY camper. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can go buy a factory built camper, there's some nice ones out there, but being able to personalize something like that, I mean, that's got some meaning to you. Being able to do something like that is what makes all these campers unique and special. Would you show me the inside?
Please, come on. You know, queen size futon in there. There's plenty of room for the two of us, and the air conditioner up front, and cabinets for storage in the back. Got his and her doors, I guess you'd say, storage in the back, and the shelf on the front. It really helps out. Originally, I used marine grade plywood, and I stained it with an opaque red stain and put varnish over it. But I keep it parked in the driveway, and the sun bakes on it all the time. I don't have a shelter over it, so it was blistering all the varnish. So I just sanded it all down and painted it with latex paint, just regular old house paint, with a semi-gloss on it, and it turned out it's adobe brick is what the color of it is.
So there's a lot of people who stress about how to cover or skin the outside of their camper. I know a lot of people use the 40 thousandths painted aluminum. That's what I did. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to do that. I mean, you could use wood. You can use, you know, the good exterior paint, as long as you take care, keep it up.
Right. Then
you'll have a good waterproof camper, and it looks beautiful. I mean, I absolutely love the colors. Did you use a utility trailer frame as well?
I did.
Okay.
We bought these brand new, and it was kind of scary at first. You got this brand new $800 trailer that you got to cut the sides off and everything, and
that's a big commitment, isn't it?
That's right. And then you know, start building the foundation of it.
This thing went to Alaska and back as well, and again, you said you didn't have any problems whatsoever out of it.
No problems at all.
So that's a testament to your building. Now, we're here at the Tearjerkers rally this weekend, and one last question: how did you get involved with the Tearjerkers?
Before I retired in 13, Deborah and I had seen some little trailers on the road.
Okay.
And they said, we felt like, well, that'd be something we might be interested in when we retire. Well, about a year before I retired, we got serious about thinking of doing that, and she found some generic plans on the internet.
There you go.
And I looked at them, figured out some of their building techniques, and sat down and drew out some plans, and after I retired, we put this thing together.
Sweet. Well, that's a good story. Hey, I really appreciate your time, and it's good to run into y'all.
Well, it's nice meeting you, and like I say, we love Tearjerkers and Teardrop trailers, and always happy to show people what we've done. You know, maybe it'll help them.
Absolutely. And if you've not joined the Tearjerkers, go to tearjerkers.net and join the community. It's some of the best people I've ever met. All right, so I was going through the campground and I ran across this teardrop. Some of you may have heard of it before, but I've never heard of it. It's called a High Camp, and I've got a gentleman here named Chuck. And Chuck, where are you from?
Atlanta, Georgia area.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Just outside of there.
So what can you tell us about this thing? It's a good looking camper, I can tell you that.
It's new to me, and it's a new trailer. I made a decision last Thanksgiving to buy a teardrop, and did some research, found this guy's website up in Portland, Oregon, and loved what he said about his philosophy of making a quality product and finishing the work and what have you. So I talked to him a while and kept looking at pictures and said, you know what, I'm going to go with his trailer.
Absolutely.
So I placed an order about last Thanksgiving, and I got it shipped to me in Atlanta about the middle of August.
Okay.
So it really is kind of new to me. This is only the third time I've been out with it.
It is a beautiful, clean design, and I love that it's got the larger off-road tires on it.
Right.
I'll turn the camera around where you can see that good. But yeah, I've never seen one, so yeah, if you would, take us through and show us some features.
One of the things that's been pointed out to me by some of the other folks is, you know, the hardware choice. He makes his own doors, according to his website. used to buy doors from somebody else. He finally, his approach is, if I can make a better one than what I've been buying, I'm going to do it. So he does manufacture his own doors, and hardware wise and everything else, I think he's done a quality job.
Yeah, those are nice. Oh, look at that roll down shade.
Little roll down shade.
Oh my goodness. I am loving that.
With a hook down there.
I am loving that.
And so your lock from the inside, if you want to, is just that one. These are your two outside ones.
Okay. Now I see the name Dometic on there.
Right.
So that's something that one of the viewers could purchase, and I may do that on my own. Oh yeah, look at this.
So we got these two lights up here that swivel around for you. Storage cabinets on each side, and then the center one, and then this is a fairly deep storage all the way across the front.
I'm going to tell you what, this really thin aluminum trim is just so nice. It really sets that up.
Yeah, it adds a lot to it.
You can tell he really pays attention to detail. Yeah. Wow. This is beautiful.
That's a little bug zapper I just bought because a bee bit me.
I'm going to have to tell you this, and I'm not just saying this. This is probably the nicest, most well finished factory built teardrop.
And I've heard that from other folks, and I believe it. And that's exactly why I bought from them.
This is beautiful. Wow.
It's got the what's the name of that?
Max fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, Max fan.
Yeah.
That is nice. So, how about the galley?
All right.
Look at that.
So, I think his standard trailer comes with a cooler, stainless steel cooler.
Okay.
I upgraded the refrigerator here to the
that's a good
12 volt or 110. That's on a slide out to help you get access to it if you're shorter than me.
Nice. I don't know that I've seen one with a refrigerator up here before. That's a good idea.
And then the cooking surface is also a pull-out.
How about it?
A 3-burner.
And look at that. He lined the lid to make is that a windscreen?
Yeah, it basically is. It locks up like that.
So you got a windscreen. How about it?
And then the rest of all these little cubbies are storage. Hey there.
Look at that.
And this storage probably comes down to about here.
Wow.
And then on the other side, underneath the cooktop, we've got the battery. And I upgraded that to a...
Now here's something too I've not seen before, is they put the struts towards the inside instead of the outside. And again, just look at how this is kept off in that brushed aluminum. The finish on this is just beautiful. And I see you've got your USB chargers and all up there.
Right.
So, and I'm saying this, Chuck, with all honesty, and I've seen a bunch of teardrop campers. Hands down, to me personally, this has the best fit and finish of any factory-built teardrop that I've seen. And you say this is a High Camp.
High Camp is the brand
out of
Portland, Oregon.
Okay, so be sure to check those out, look those up. And if I can find a link to their website, I'll put that in the description below. But, last order of business here, one of the most important. Here's a sticker from my website, Camper Camera. So, hey, thank you very much. It's good meeting you.
It'd be like I voted today.
There we go, there we go. I know little things like this may seem silly, but even the wood that makes up the frame for the hatch, if you feel the fit and finish on it, it just feels almost like you're rubbing on silk or something. I just can't believe the time that went into making this. So he's actually given a tour to it to somebody else, but a couple things I want to mention here is that as options, he had awnings added and a rack on top of it, which are options that are offered by High Camp. And the quality of this, again, is just over the top. They're using ARB hardware. and he said it has a Propex heater inside of it. I think it's a propane heater. And look at the frame on this thing. It's just an ultra heavy duty frame. It just, the attention to detail, and just, I'm blown away by it. So anyway, check out High Camp. And if you know Joanne, we always have to make a stop at a fish hatchery when we're on a vacation.
Well, let's just make my tent.
I don't know much.
I just found the biggest frog I've ever seen. Well, the carcass at least.